when your Tesla calls, don't print. Gotta work with what you got, boys and girls. Okay, turned 32 today. She's gonna be with us. She knows I'm gonna be rich. She's down 100%. It's fake money and gold coins, boys. We all know how that feels. Oh, goodness. Okay, so we got the best gainers right here, and people making money off of Amazon, and I'm sure people made money in Apple today, and maybe a little bit in Tesla. And then we got the best live people mad about Webull. I don't know about that one. Never had no problems with Webull. But if you guys know a better exchange than Webull and Robinhood, I'm down to try them out. But anyway, put them in the comments. And yeah, stay away from Robinhood. Get your free stock on Robinhood. Check the news. Other than that, wouldn't mess with it. And here we got Elon Musk saying that, talking about some inventor guy. I'm not real sure, but I was reading it, and he said he was down to no cash or nothing down in 0809 and had to borrow money. So don't ever let nobody tell you that you don't have enough money or you're not good enough or smart enough to do something. And so here we have Tesla Roddy. And there's really not much news going on with Tesla today. But yeah, the Tesla Shanghai production is looking pretty efficient stuff. So Tesla is going to release full self-driving in sometime in October, which is pretty crazy for real. That cars are doing that. And then we got Tesla ending the day at 442 and then down a little bit after hours. And it's also kind of downtrending. But I wanted to show you guys this. The the annual earnings is just going straight up. So in 2020, somewhere up in the maybe 30 billion. So, and then quarterly, really pretty much flat. But when you scale out, look at the bigger picture, it's looking pretty good. And then the search term in Tesla is still downtrending. So, nobody's really buying a car right now. There's really nowhere to nothing to do for real with coronavirus. But, people still have jobs and stuff. And Christmas time and in November, people should be buying more vehicles. And here we have Amazon, and we've been talking about this for a while, but it's we're getting into October now, and that's when people are going to be doing their holiday shopping. So I'd look for this to go up, and Amazon to keep climbing like usual. Bezos going to get the money, and we're at 60 on Fear and Greed. So people getting a little bit greedy in S&P 500. And as you can see, this is kind of what guide we were looking at right here, how it got overextended, just like right here, and we were getting kind of up there, so we might see a little pullback in SPY just based off of this simple tool. And so looking at Tesla stock, we were looking at, sorry about that, we were looking at this as a kind of like a triangle. So we got this going on, and it's already kind of broke out, but until we get some volatility expanding with it, and this is the volatility, go down to the lower time frames and maybe we can see it. So yeah, on the 6 hour, you see how it's contracting. Until we get a spike up, I don't think the move will be had, and then we can probably go, okay, so yeah, here's the 1 hour. It's basically at a zero read. So if we see a big spike up, that should be the direction, and we should see this moving average turn up, either up or down once that happens. But looking at the 1 hour, we do have, sorry about this. Okay, so looking at the 1 hour, we'll just take this off for this video. But looking at the 1 hour, we do have a red dot. And last time we got up here, there was a pullback. So, we might see a pullback down into the triangle, which would be trouble for Tesla. But we'll go out to the daily and check out the higher time frames. So we got the daily. We were looking at that last video, I think, and the 3 day came in. So as long as the 3 days in, it is bullish um, for more upside. Oh, that was the 4 day. Okay, so as long as the 3 days in, it's good for upside for the near term. But there's always ups and downs in stocks. And the 12-hour MACD looks like it's about to turn up. So if we see the 12-hour MACD go, we could see the push up, which if it goes the full length of the triangle is 60%. So 60% up would be 670, which that would be a pretty good pump for Tesla. But that's not going to happen in a day. It might happen over 2-3 weeks. And so jumping down to the lower time frames, the 6 hour should run into resistance right here at the EMAs. So, um, and then it looks like we also have this support line coming in right here, some support resistance. So, and actually, let me go ahead and do the support resistance for you guys because I kind of forgot to do that last video. So, like we got one right here at 442, and then also one coming in at 408. So if we see it get rejected, I would look for it to go back down to maybe the 408 range or somewhere in there. And then we also got another range right here at 454. So anywhere in this, anything above 454, we could see a push up to the 500s, and then if it does reject here and top out at the 6 hour, um, then we could see a drop. But as long as the I think it was the 2 hour. Okay, so the 2 hour's coming down, but the 1 hour, as long as it is red dot and crossing down, I would look for a small pullback at least. But that's about it in Tesla. We'll check out the see what other patterns we're in on the 2 hour. So yeah, we got a little bit of a left shoulder head, right shoulder, and then the measured move. Do a rough measured move on it. So could see 20%. So if it does go up and break 450, we could see the 500s. But that would also line up with the triangle. And then we talked about Amazon. So Amazon had a nice pump, and it was also a inverse head and shoulders, just like everything right now. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And the measured move, see what it was, about 12%. So from the breakout point, 12%. So we could see a little bit more to go in Amazon, but with the 2 hour red in the background and crossing down, I do think it might pump a little bit more, but I think we'll see a small pullback back down to these moving averages at 330, and then continuation over time, something like this. Probably fill out the range and then another leg up. But you do have a gap right here at 335. So maybe tomorrow we come down, fill that gap, and then have another try up. And I'm saying that because the weekly time frame is looking very bullish. You got the weekly cross up in momentum, and last time we got one right there was kind of back in here for another nice pump up. So do think we'll see a nice pump up in Amazon, and that'll line up with the Google trends and holiday shopping for everybody. And we'll see what it did last year in October. Where are we at right here? Okay, so this is October, November, and then bang, December. Monster run up and basically didn't stop. So yeah, and then coronavirus, my thinking is everybody's kind of sitting at home, not doing much, shopping on Amazon. So, and I'll tell you what, my city used to be slammed with traffic, and nowadays there is like nothing going on. So just from my own eyeballs, I'd say this is I think everybody's at home shopping, so look out for that one. And then so SPY on the 1 week also has momentum crossing up, and it bounced MACD. And I went back and looked earlier. There was another signal that it happened like that somewhere in here. Oh well, it's not important, but it did have a nice leg up after that. And anytime it gets the weekly, it is pretty much good for another leg up. But I do think we've kind of seen the pump in SPY. But the 3 days saying, we'll have more, but we already kind of seen the inverse head and shoulders um, in SPY, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And so the measured move in it, we'll see how much more we got left. About 6%, so 6% could have another. I think it's the same as Amazon too. We'll see a small pullback off of the 2 hour, and maybe a continuation pump after that. So come back down, test the moving averages, and then maybe nothing that drastic, but you know what I'm saying. And then looking at Apple, more of the same. 2 hours coming down. But today we did get the 1 week. And the MACD crossing up. So, and I think they got a new phone coming out. So keep your eye out for Apple. Everybody loves their smartphones. They're the best to me. That's what I use. And so yeah, Apple's looking good for a correction, and then probably another buy the dip scenario of another pump. But we'll have to see how it carries over in the 6 hour and such. And then Shopify, one of my favorites to trade as well. It's everything kind of goes the same. So Shopify also looking like it's coming down. So might see a general market pull down. And then ARKW, not sure if you guys know what this is, but this is a Kathy Woods. She manages the fund and trades for you, so it's more like a long-term investor thing. But I also trade this just because it's like an ETF to me. But it is very bullish, like always. Basically, always buy the dip in this stuff. Um, Not financial advice or nothing, but when you put on Hakinashis, it's just like basically just straight up, especially on the weekly. Um, it just basically pumps because she's on top of everything with it, and also one of my favorites. But yeah, looking at her stuff, go down to the 6 hour. Or actually the 2 hour, because this will give us a good idea of what everything's doing. So, ARKW coming down, ARKQ, and all of her stuff's pretty cap weighted in Tesla, and that's kind of how I found out about it. And then ARK Genomics, this is kind of like the pharmaceutical side of it, and coming down as well. And it doesn't usually follow the general market that close, but the 6 hour coming in with red in the background, kind of like right here. So could see a big pullback in ARK and the general market. So just like right here, it was a 11% pullback and down to the green 55 moving average. So we did something like that. Could we see a 14% pullback in this stuff? Totally. And see what else we got here. ARK F, this is the fintech, which is basically the future of money. And so I always keep an eye on this stuff. It actually has Square and PayPal and stuff like that in it. And so yeah, it's getting red in the background. So to me, everything's looking like it might be getting ready for a pullback. But Tesla's the only thing that's looking like it might have some built up, right word, volatility that might expand. But other than that, guys, just stay cautious out there. Be careful. And good luck with your trades. Subscribe if you like it. Like the video. Comment down below if you got a stock for me to cover. And thank you guys. See you next time.